Hey everybody! Happy Saturday! How's everybody doing?
Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Yes, welcome to Sisters from Another Mister movie reviews. I was trying to actually find the banner for it because this has the. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. Hold on, y'all. Let me see if I can do a little twerking here. A little twerking. Let me see. Let me go through my let's see. No, that's not it. Oh, what did I do with it? Oh, I think I'm gonna have to make a new one
For
Lincoln. No, for our sisters from another mister.
what?
Oh, go ahead.
Make sure the door unlocked.
Okay. Yep, I can't find it, so I'm gonna have to make a new one. I'm gonna have to just make a new one. Oh well. We good. How's everybody today? Thanks for joining us tonight. We are going to be reviewing the new Lion King movie. And if anybody already seen the movie, let us know in the chat how you feel about the movie, what you thought about the movie, if you recommend the movie, what would you rate the movie as? We, of course, are going to give you our ratings, too. But let us know what you rate the movie as. And let us know, again, if you would recommend the movie to somebody else. So, first off top, should we give the rating afterwards or should we give it first up top?
Off top.
Off top. You want to give it off top? Go ahead.
I really don't. I haven't thought about what I would rate the movie, to be honest, but it's a part of, I guess, like the era that when I was raising my kids, and of course it's gonna be different for one. The other one was animated, and this one was not. But that's one of the things that was different. But I haven't watched those type of movies in a while, so it was just more of me looking at it like this movie kind of. Like it's just like a lot of. It's not a violent movie. Don't get me wrong, because it's basically the same. Sorry. It's kind of like it was before, but what I was looking at it's just like it seemed like in almost every scene there was a little action. I just put it like that. But when I go back to see it again at the movies, no. Would I buy it on the bootleg? No.
You won't even get it on the bootleg?
No, only reason why I wouldn't do it on bootleg is because it was, yeah.
I was about to say.
It wasn't, to me, overall, I won't say it was a bad movie. It was different. And this is like, how when they make some movies into musicals or stuff like that. It never made me feel how I feel when I see like those singing plays. So it still get. If I was giving thumbs up or thumbs down, I would give a thumbs up. Definitely a thumbs up for it. But it was just different.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to get my phone charger. And I agree with you as far as I would definitely give it a thumbs up. I'm trying to put my phone on the charger. I would definitely give it a thumbs up. I thought the way they remade the movie was pretty good as far as, because this movie, the original one, came out in like 1994 and it's now 2019, so a lot of things have changed as far as in cinema. And as far as a movies period, how they make movies, how like this movie right here. What can I say? I liked it, but I don't know how I would feel if I was a child.
That's it. That's what I've been looking for. Cause okay, like us, and not just us, and then like people that was kids at the time when the first one came out. I think more of it, because the movie wasn't no poor. It wasn't poor movie or nothing like that. It was good. It was. I liked it. It needed to be a little more, like, colorful, I guess I should say.
Yeah, it was really dark.
Yeah,
the movie was really dark. Like, not dark as in night and day, but dark as in
lighting and whatever that stuff, right?
Well, no, like as far as evil. Not
evil, yeah, but not evil,
what I mean,
but
like dark. The movie is real dark and angry, and it didn't have that it didn't have that feel from the original Lion King.
That's
movie,
what you said. You said it was exactly what I've been thinking. Because a lot of people gonna have their expectations is what the first Lion King movie was, all bright and like Mufasa. Not with Mufasa, not with the dad, but like Simba, especially like when he was coming back. I think it should have been a little bit more of a cheerier scene.
Yeah, for the kids.
Yeah, it was more of like they remade it for the people that actually was children or at the time, and like
that's what it seems like. Like they remade it for us
instead of nowadays kids.
Yeah, like the kids of today, the younger ones, not teenagers, but the younger kids. If they ever seen the original Lion King, like the little kids now, if they parents have that in their collection, I don't think kids would take too much to this movie. I can remember exactly how I felt to watch the original Lion King movie, and how we came out the theater and everybody was like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah, it was like people was like scurrying to their car.
Yeah. And the parents, like the grown-ups, were like, "Oh yeah, that was nice," but the kids, you notice how the kids
they were just like, "Oh, we went to the movies."
They're like, "Oh yeah, we went to the movies with mom and dad. We went to see the Lion King." And even remember the little girls that was taking a picture ahead of us, in front of the man who I asked, the first man I asked him to take a picture of me. That was when you were still down the hall. And his little girls, they was, it wasn't like the feeling kids get when they come out of a Disney movie. It just wasn't there, and the little girls was just like, we went to see a movie, and I asked them, I said, "Did you like the movie?" And they was like, "Yeah." I'm like,
I felt like with some of them kids' faces that I looked in, that's actual children, and I looked at quite a few, especially before we went back, because it was like bus loads of people, so they was bringing kids in by the
it was a lot of kids, but you didn't really hear feedback, the normal chitter chatter from kids that you would from a movie. So it's definitely not, I wouldn't say it's like a kid movie, but it's a family movie. I would say it's a family movie, but it's dark. It's like really dark. Like a lot of the people who did reviews on this movie, one thing that a lot of people have said, a lot of the big movie reviewers, they're like, it's just too dark. And like the facial expressions, like the animals, they look
angry,
so real. Like if you just reached out. Now that's a good thing, because they made them look really real. But if it looks like you can reach out onto the screen and touch a real, lion. The animals look really real. So like on the scenes where they're supposed to be either happy or mad or sad or rage, you don't get that. You don't get that in their expression from the animals. That's what you think about that? Because that's a lot of things that was said negative about the Lion King from the bigger movie reviewers.
I thought that with like especially the Scar, I'm like, what is wrong with that? I mean, they could have. I think that they should have made him look a little bit more. He looked more like he should be in a horror movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm like,
Okay. I'm with you.
That's why. Okay,
That's why when I said dark, that's why when I'm thinking dark, I'm thinking like horrorish. Yeah. That's what I mean.
When you say,
I said evil.
We say little stuff, but amongst ourselves when we in the movie. But that's what I was saying.
Yeah, I mean, Scar really looked like he belonged in a horror movie. Like one of those movies that you watch and the animals kill everybody. You know, one of those movies. Like, come on now. Like
when he would say he was with his little people that he recruited, animals he recruited, hyena people, whatever he said. Mm-hmm. It looked more like he should fit in with them anyway than with Simba and Mufasa and Nyla and them.
He looked like he had hyena running through his veins. That's what he looked like. Like he should be. Like he was raised with the hyenas. Scar looked horrible. I mean,
I thought the two and I was telling something
compared to the cartoon. I'm like,
what happened?
He looked like he was like 200 years old, and he looked like he'd been smoking. He'd been hitting the pipe. I swear.
That's what
I swear.
Tanya, what you say?
We was talking about it in the movie theater. I said he looked like he smoked crack. Scar looked horrible. Like, and he was all like his body. They made him look like he ain't ate a meal in a long time. I don't know. He just looked. It was really
even
dark.
as he took over as king, he still looked like he was
He still
looked
like
stuff.
He ain't eating. Like, dang.
I was laughing so hard at that.
What you smoking, Scar? Tell the truth. Tell the truth.
He looked like we see the people and they be all big, and you see them like a month later, you be like, dang, what you done?
Like, you know how people when they had a surgery, when they big and they had a surgery and they get small and they look like, you know, that's how his body looked. His body looked like something.
And his main thing was all just like, I know I need to fix this. I'm sorry, but honey,
like, what's up with
it looked
his
10
hair?
times better than his. Because his was like, I was like, he didn't even have a full
His
one.
mane looked like he had a bad weave job. Like,
he got the rest of that bundle that they didn't use.
They didn't put all the bundles in. They didn't put all the bundles in his hair. I mean,
know.
Scar looked horrible. I mean, compared to the other lions who looked really, really healthy and fat and plump and, you know.
I know if I was a kid and I went and saw with I was a kid and I was at home and half of my other siblings or a sibling or two wasn't there. And, you know, some families, even though they took other kids, they want to take, you know, everybody wants to go see the Lion King. They may take the rest of the kids. They may take everybody again as a whole. You know, sometimes you try to get the kids out the house. It was cool for that. But if I was that kid that had already went and it was like, we're going back and see it again, I'd be like, I'll go grandma house.
Mm-hmm.
Only because it wasn't no bad movie, but at some point you would be like, it depends on your age.
And that's why there's so many mixed reviews. There's a lot of mixed reviews out here. A lot of mixed reviews. Hey, Miss Hogg is on. Hey, Miss Hogg.
How you doing?
What's going on, lady?
What?
How you been? She said it's been a while, Samantha.
I know.
Samantha been busy. Out of town, in town, out of town, in town. I can't keep up with her, and we stay in the same city now. I was like, Samantha, they want you. They want you. I swear, Miss Hall, tell her. People be in the chat like they don't even want to talk to me. Like, where's Sam? I'll be like, I think she at work. She out of town. She's a busy one.
I'm trying to get it right, Miss Hall. That's all that is.
But we got her back now. We got her back now. But yeah, so Miss Hall, did you get to see the movie yet? The Lion King? I know it just came out. But I wanted to do this review because of I wanted to do this review right away. Like normally we wait like a week, 2 weeks after a movie come out at least like 2 weeks after a movie come out to give our viewers, our supporters, time to watch the movie. But this right here, I said, we going live. We going live tonight after we saw the movie today. Because of the fact it's so many mixed reviews. And a lot of people is going to be like, why are there so many mixed reviews? What's the big deal? It's Lion King 2. It should be great. I mean, they budgeted $250 million for this movie. They done already made that.
I know they did, because they bought a busload. They had busloads, van loads of churches and children and daycares, and they was deep up in there. But then the theater we went in, it wasn't even 10 people in there. But that was only because
that's probably because they had it on like every single movie.
I don't know what to call it.
What do you call it? Every single movie room. What do you call them?
I call it the
all
theater.
The theaters.
All the little theaters inside the theater. They had 15 of them, so they had they had
and
more
it was
than 15.
Like every 15 minutes. It was literally like 12 o'clock, 12:15, 12:30, 12:45, 1 o'clock, 1:15, and on and on and on. That's how many they had rooms in there. They had designated for the Lion King where we went.
And then they had it in 3D. They had a standard. And then they had somebody there a little, I don't know, male or female, excuse me. It was some kid's birthday. So then they was going to start a movie for them somewhere to watch it. So,
oh no, Miss Hogg. She said, no, I was going with my daughter this week, but I don't know now. No, I recommend it for older people. So it depends on, your daughter, if she's older. That's just us. I mean, we both saw it and we thought it was not really a kid. I wouldn't say not kid friendly.
It's kid
some
friendly,
people let their
but
kids watch everything.
It's like I said like this: if you haven't seen the original or the Lion King, the first Lion King, and you go to this one with an open mind about it, you don't have no expectations, I guess.
Right. Yeah. If you've never seen the first one. And you know what? Somebody posted on Facebook today. They said, am I the only one who's never seen the original Lion King? And everybody underneath was like, yes, yes, yes. Where have you been? Like, you mean to tell me you ain't watched the Lion King? That bad? I'm not even a cartoon person. Like, me and my children, I have 2 sons. They've never been, like, cartoon kids. I remember when I used to buy a Disney movie every time they came out. And I'd be lucky if they watched that movie one time, and them damn things costed like $30, $40. Them Disney movies back then was like $30, $40. And so I stopped buying them. And all the ones that we did have, they probably got this much dust on them. Because they ain't been watched in probably like 10, 15 years. So they never been cartoon people. They always like the fast action, the fighting, the, sports, things like that. But that is one of the shows that they did like when they was younger. I think their favorite movie was Toy Story when they was younger. And Toy Story, Lion King, and probably Aladdin. There was like a few of the ones they liked, but they weren't into all those cartoons. But
my children used to like it, but
it's just kind of dark. That's the like I said, it's a lot of mixed emotions
to me because because I got like when it started off, I was like, oh cool. It was kind of like how I remember it, and then I think that was after that was it.
Yeah, and that's what somebody else said. They said it was like a second. They said they only gave Mufasa like a second
to be in the movie,
and then after that, it was.
I went. But it actually did take a. It didn't go. It's a pretty lengthy movie.
Yeah,
but it seemed like it just. You were like, okay, because he kept saving his son, which was cool. But then it was like they should put a little. They should, but I know they gotta go off. They remake it and say gotta go off the original one. But they should have gave maybe one more chance or something. I don't know.
I don't know. It again. We like the movie, so we gave it a thumbs up. So we're not trying to say it was horrible. I just think it was a lot of people, including myself. Like you can't really tell the expressions on the animals. They look so freaking real,
and then
you can't tell if they angry. They voice might sound like they're upset, but their facial expression doesn't change. You know what I mean? Because the animals are made to look really real.
They did their job on that one because it sure worked. It sure looked like it. But like,
go ahead.
Me with this movie, I would recommend it. I would not say not to go. And all I would say is if you go and you think too much about how it should be.
Yeah, don't think too much about the past one.
Yeah. Just look at this one. This is a good movie. And I mean,
Yeah, just think of it as you definitely cannot compare this to the original. You cannot go into the movie theater expecting it to be so much more, okay, like for instance, when Scar, okay, y'all know the part where, and we're not gonna tell you all the details of the movie because y'all know what the movie is about. So I'm just gonna talk about a few areas of the movie. But one part in particular where Scar, where Mufasa, fell, or where he died, when Mufasa died, and Scar was there, and Simba, he saw his father dead and everything, but he didn't know how he died, and then Scar came along, was like, oh, it's because of your fault, oh, you need to leave, oh, you need to run away and never come again, everybody's gonna hate you, all that kind of stuff, when Simba leaves. And it's like Simba, that sadness, that you just don't see that in the faces. And even when Simba was pissed off when he found out that Scar killed his father, it's like that's a lot of the reasons why people say is the cartoons. With the cartoons, it was more animated. You could tell when they were sad, you could tell when they were happy, you can tell when they were mad. But with this real life, these animals look real. So of course they can't smile. They can't, what I mean? They don't light up and like that. You know what I mean?
All that's cheery, and
the singing was definitely not. The singing was definitely like they remade, a couple of the songs and stuff. It wasn't as, I don't know. And I love me some Beyonce. I think she did good. You think she did good? I think she did good.
I think she did good, but like I said, with them, like in the other one, it was upbeat and it made you wanna. I mean, it really wanna like to dance too, but it made you
like
move or something. But then you just looking and trying to listen to it.
Hakuna Matata. Every time we heard that song, people in the theater, the kids laughing, singing and dancing and rocking, and the song. It's like, I don't know. It didn't have that feel. It was more of a grown up.
Like serious was singing it, and then it
had like a more serious. It has like a more serious feeling to the movie.
Yeah,
it has a more, and that's why I said for grown-ups, you will probably love it. Because I did like it.
But, I liked it. It was just that, like I said, like the part when
all this new technology. That's what
it is. And it was more. It was, I think with the part that they was animating or whatever they call it was a little over too much over the top.
I heard somebody say that. Somebody else who reviewed the show said they think they shouldn't have made the animals look so real because to a child. It really looks like some real animals are killing each other and some real animals are eating each other.
It is a part on it.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it's not cartoonish at all. It's just like You know, when in the cartoon, kids probably was like, "Oh, he ate him up." Oh, you know
We
what
didn't
I
have
mean?
too many children in there with us.
You know,
but
like, oh,
it
he
was
ate him
going
up.
down.
But in this one, the kid is probably gonna be sitting there like, Scar is mean. Scar is, oh my God, what's wrong with him? I'm telling y'all, Scar looked like he been on crack for the last 20
I'm
years.
for real, that's what I felt.
Scar looks horrible.
I was laughing to her. And then when he was up there till the late, I'm trying to hook up. I mean, Lord.
Miss Hall said too graphic. Yeah.
I'm telling you, girl, Miss
Yeah.
Hall, if you would have been in there with me, you'd have been like, what? I was thinking all kinds of, I was like, Scar, no, he ain't right. No, he ain't right. He says, I don't remember. But I was like, look at him. Thompson, you can't eat. I'm like, this movie's something different. It's different, but I would recommend to go see it, but I wouldn't go back to see it again. I told my son we'd go see it on Monday. If he don't bring it up, I probably won't either.
Oh, so if your son don't mention it, you ain't gonna go with him?
No, I asked him today to go with us, like always, but he had to work, and I said to them, that's now thinking about it. I said, if he don't say nothing, I ain't gonna say nothing. Mama asked him if he want to go. I would, only because, you know, he was my first one, and he was my only one at the time, and I bought
Same
all
here.
the Lion King stuff. I mean, he had everything that I could possibly get,
Same here.
But, honey.
They had the blankets. They had the pillowcase when that movie came out. And mine, actually, you know what? My first son was born years after The Lion King, but it still was
Selling
a
the
big
stuff was
thing.
selling, yep.
It's still like 5-something years later, Lion King was still like the big thing back then. Because remember they made like part 2 of the cartoon. They made like some spin-offs of the cartoon back then within like 5-6 years or something like that. So it was still a big thing back then. So even I didn't have a son when it came out, but years later when I had my son, they had Lion King, you know, the blankets and everything, because it was a big thing. And that's why that's why it's sold out across the nation, because people are expecting it to be as great as it was back then. They done hyped it up so much. Beyonce in there, and I think hold on, let's get on this. Let's get on Beyonce. How do you think she did with her voice acting? Like, what would you give her? Like,
yeah, I was waiting for her to start singing. That's what I thought she was gonna do. Cause talking, I mean, you know how they talk or whatever. I think she did all right with that. But it's more of, I guess, because you know she not really known for acting like. Let me see who sings and act too. You know, more like those actresses that they singers / actresses.
You mean like Jennifer Hudson or like
because Beyonce really don't act, you know, and just because of her name, a lot of people give her credit, and now she wasn't poor in the movie. Don't get me wrong. And
I thought she could have been more livelier. Me personally, I thought she could have been more. It was, I don't know.
I think the atmosphere of the movie itself, and probably when they was filming it and stuff, it might not have let out her.
The movie is just darker.
You know,
the movie is just darker. It's like, even when she's talking to Simba, even when they playing around, it's just not as jovial as the original version.
When they was thumping around on the ground, and how they was when it was the first one, and then not because it was Beyonce. I don't remember who played that.
Like, you can't even tell when they excited. I mean, I'm telling you guys, the facial expressions. You know they sad because of what they said, but it just seems so real. And like again, to a grown up or to somebody who's never seen the original Lion King, you would be like, oh, I give it 10s. I give it a 10 across the board.
I like when Simba was trying to catch that beetle, though.
Oh, yeah, that was funny.
Now that was the only part that actually really looked, not only part, but a part to me that I thought actually really looked at kind of more cartoon.
Yeah, because the thing about it is
they had colors, and they needed more colors in this movie. It was more.
It was too real. It was
gray,
too real. It was too
too
dark. It was like, okay, you know what one person said who reviewed it? They said like even when they were playing, like okay, in the original Lion King, when like Simba and his dad is playing around, and the father son goofing off playing around, you can't picture in real life these animals look real, so they don't even look right. Rolling around and throwing up their cub. I mean, it's not like realistic. It's not realistic as far as real animals. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I hope y'all follow me. I hope y'all.
I want y'all to go see the movie though.
Yeah, please go see it.
I'm gonna be honest. And like I said, it's 3 movies that this Lion King is one.
Miss Hall said Scar on crack. Yeah,
you just thought it, girl. Go see. So you see.
Go see it, Miss Hall, and then come back in the comment section and let me know. Did he get
the gastric sleeve or the bypass? Or is he on crack? I'm telling you, at one point you actually see his ribs.
It looks like Scar. I'm telling you, it looks like he been living in the desert for like. I don't know.
In the elephant graveyard.
In the elephant graveyard where all the hyenas live.
Even they look thicker than him.
The hyenas look like they had more energy and stuff than Scar. He just seemed like he was just so like
he hit the pipe
out of it. I mean, he just seemed out of it. Like
he was coming down.
I don't know. That's that uncle that everybody try to stay away from because they always high and they always want some money. And they always want some free food. They want $2 every time they see you. That's what Scar reminds. I'm telling y'all. She said not the gastric sleeve, Sam.
I'm for real. Look at him when you see him. You be like, and when he was over there, and he was sitting up where Simba and his daddy was at one time.
Oh yeah, when his butt was kind of hunched up in the back.
Like,
all you could see was like his spine. And like, where is the meat on Scar? Scar looks like
that's what I tell you. He wants $2.
Can I get a cheeseburger? No, what's that movie? Menace? Is it Menace where he's trying to sell that cheeseburger in the alley? Yeah. And he just pops him, starts shooting at him. Like, come on, man. I'm telling you, he looked like that dude from Menace in the alley talking about anybody want to buy a cheeseburger?
Pookie on New Jack.
Yeah. Pookie on New Jack. That's Scar. I'm telling you.
Yeah, you'll be like...
I'm telling you, like, that's Scar. Pookie on New Jack. That's Scar. He looks just like him.
Then he want to fight Simba and the daddy and everybody. I'm like, he is that uncle. They always getting violent. I know they can't whoop themselves for the wet paper bag. I'm like, he is a buck. He a buck soaking wet. I'm telling y'all.
Yeah.
To be what they call
to be a lion.
The king of the jungle. No, baby.
I was like, because all the female lions, I guess they had to make him, since he was, since these animals were looking real life, and since the movie is a lot darker than the cartoon, I guess they had to make him just look like, as far as a villain, I guess he's the lion villain. So I guess for him to look like a villain and look like, he's evil and all that, they have to actually make him look like he need to be put to sleep. Like, how they be arresting people because they be having all these animals on their farm that are neglected? I'm telling you. He looked like one of those animals that the animal control got to come and rescue. Because he's been neglected. Like, you know what a horse looks like that's been neglected? I'm just...
You better be glad I ain't drinking in the night, because they'll be like, I would have went in on that food.
Oh, Lord Jesus. But for real. We both give it a thumbs up. We just keeping it real and we keeping it honest that as grown-ups are going to love it way more than
and please
children.
do go see it, though, so you can laugh. Because y'all be like, it's a good movie, but it's like me.
She said malnutrition. There you go. Bingo. Malnutrition. That's Scar. With a side of crack.
It will be... When I was trying to set somebody up. I'm like, how you got a crackhead, girl?
But yeah, I think
it's a good movie though. I would recommend it, especially for people that seen the original one to go see this one as well, because I mean, just because how some people see it, other people may not, and I don't want nobody to miss out on seeing it because of they said this, they said that. No, overall it was a good movie. I did like it, but like I said, at some points, I was like, what?
Yeah.
If it's something, I just tell you just like this. I've been saying something lately in my life. If it's something you want to go or do or whatever, go for it. Cause baby, I'm telling you what they say. Well, one won't do, another one will. Cause I'm telling you now.
Don't compare it to the old movie.
That's all. Don't do that till after you watch it.
The old movie is more livelier.
The whole thing.
I mean, like I'm telling y'all, a lot of the people out here reviewing this show, a lot of people from YouTubers on up to the big, companies, the big people, the people who review everything.
What's the people, Cisco?
Like the Ciscos and Ebers, those kind of people. Like you crazy. Like let me just read you a few of them, okay? Let me just read you. Rolling Stones. I'm gonna read this from Rolling Stones, and they when they be putting reviews in, they take this stuff serious. Rolling Stone said, and I quote, "Everything money can buy has been poured into Jon Favreau's photorealistic retake on The Lion King. But what's missing is," and they go on to say, "let's start with the intangibles such as heart, soul, and the faintest hint of originality. There's barely a second in this new Lion King that doesn't reveal what it truly is." Okay, Rolling Stones is saying, "This is just a business proposition that uses familiarity as its life raft." So they're basically using the old Lion King to make people, get interested in it. And they said, "Is it technically impressive? Yes. But without the animating spark of life, the story falls flat. There's no magic in it." And that's exactly what we're trying to say.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly it. Because like on the first Lion King, it's like when they were singing, "I can't wait to be king."
Yeah, I can't wait to be king.
It makes the people in the audience want to sing and dance with it. But when they were singing on there, it was more like, "I can't wait to be king." And then they get over there and he go off of here, and then the uncle.
It's just no expressions in the face of life. I think Rolling Stone said it pretty good. They said, "Is the technology impressive?" Because seriously, it's like a photo realistic. Like if you put a picture of a lion on a picture that somebody done took at the jungle, they look exactly. I mean, they look so real. Like if you reach out and touch them, you would feel real fur. That's what it looks like. So that's what a lot of people are complaining about. Yeah. That they said it's not that carefree. It's more of like sadness and dark and despair, and I thought it was awesome to watch as a grown person. I'm telling you. But as far as children, I don't know how well they would take to this. And like I said, the little kids we saw coming out the movie theaters, they didn't.
This is like all the movie though. What if we still going to eat?
And you know how kids normally, I'm like, I know some of y'all out there got kids who done took kids to little cartoon movies, and they come out the theater and they so excited. "Oh, mommy, I want to go see that again!" Or, "Mommy, well, something happened," and what it's not.
You weren't getting that. Even when it was like the bus load of people, because it was a whole group. It was
bus loads of kids, bus loads. People we was asking people where they from. They was like, "Oh, we from this church," and I told this one lady, I said that one I was talking to, I said, "Oh, our church is taking our teenagers in 2 weeks. They're waiting till it kind of dies down." But so I said my 18-year-old, he'll be going with the children's youth group with our church in a few weeks, and I can't wait to hear what he has to say. But see, he's grown now. He's 18, so but I want to hear
His
how he
opinion on it.
compares it to the old Lion King, because he's still 18, so to me he's technically still a child, you know. You know what I mean. So I can't wait to hear his reviews as far as and my son, he's this one, the 18-year-old, he's the one to come home, Mom, we went to see this, and he'll just be like rambling on and on. I'm like, you need to get a YouTube channel. He's always telling me about a movie or a show or, you know, sports or something. I'm like, you need to get you a YouTube channel. But yeah, Miss Hall said she looked forward to animation for Disney. Yeah, she said people look forward to that animation.
They should put a lot more of that in there. That's what they should have put. A lot more of that animation. Only because and it's like some movies and stuff like clothes and everything, they make it for a certain, they make it to attract a certain audience. And this movie was kind of like, I don't know, are we trying to attract the children this age, or are we trying to attract their parents? Because most of them, not most of them, but some of them may be parents, some of them may be grandparents, like, you know, because like I said, my oldest, he was, I don't know, 20 years ago. So my oldest was probably like 8, 9 then, you know, but
yeah,
still, it wasn't no bad movie. I would not recommend. I would recommend for people to go see it versus not, only because of, like I said, like I compare it to like when The Wizard of Oz, and I remember we used to watch it every year on a Sunday, the original version. Then they came out with the musical one. I didn't too much care for that musical one, but some parts they switched up a tad bit, and it was okay. But I just didn't like the musical portion of it. I just liked the original part, the original Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, and again, just a few more words from different people. They're saying things like the characters lack personality. They lack expressive body language, and they lack sympathetic facial movements to sell their performance. And that's what I was saying earlier. The animals, they look so much like animals. Like, you're not going to go to the zoo, and the lion in the zoo is not going to look at you and say, hey, you know, their facial expressions don't move. You know what I mean? And their facial expressions don't move. Like, none of the animals. Matter of fact, I'm trying to think, do any of the animals, the other ones, the warthog.
Now, what's that little thing? That little thing that was with the warthog?
Oh, you talking about
Now he had a lot of more. He was more
that little thing
animated, like more than any of them.
Okay, you're talking about
and the bird was good too.
Yeah, the bird.
Now,
the bird was a
good.
little more animated. The bird was a little bit
and
more
that
animated.
Little, he wasn't a
not
squirrel, but he was a.
You talking about Zazu?
The one that was on top of the warthog.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
That little thing. He is like, and he always was. He said now that when Simba was going back, he was like, "We're gonna be."
You
down
talking
to
about you talking about Timon?
I can't
right?
pronounce it. Probably so.
Yeah, Timon. That's what you're talking about.
It was that always on top of the warthog.
I might be saying it wrong. Timon. That Tima and the warthog was the ones that befriended him when he ran away. Yeah. They like protected him from the vultures when the vultures was about to eat him when he passed out in the, you know, the desert or wherever he was.
And he adapted quickly.
Yeah. But
I'm still on pause, like.
She said her daughter, she said, wait, one lady, my daughter calling me, thanks for sharing. No problem, thank you so much.
Please do go still, though.
Yes, please go, because I want y'all to come back and give us your opinion.
We might do a re-review on this one.
You think so? We can.
Just like for people with their opinions want to call in and say something or whatever.
That would be nice, though. I think we should do like a part 2
in like 2 weeks or something,
and ask people.
Like
give it like a few weeks, or
like
a few weeks after. Like a few weeks after the movie is already out, like what you say? Like what's today? The 20th. Maybe we can do it around like August 10th, or because the thing about it is people are rushing out in droves to see this movie.
They're taking the neighbors, the grandmamas,
everybody at the movies, from the grandma and the grandpa on down. We saw all kind of people, and everybody was like, "We're going to see Lion King," or "We just came to see Lion King," or everybody's going to see the movie. You know, because like one of the movie critics was saying, the people who made this movie, they kind of promoted it so well that people who saw the original is just like, oh, we gotta see this. We gotta see this. Beyonce in it. I mean, she's not actually, you know, herself in the movie, but you know, she's, you know, Nala. But I thought,
don't know how to do that.
let me see, what can I'm trying to think, what rating would I give this? Okay, I'm gonna give it 2 different ratings. This might sound strange, but I'm gonna give it 2 different ratings. One rating is based on a grown-up who, and also based on somebody who probably never seen the original Lion King. And I shall give it I want to say maybe a 8. And then my second rating is, as far as them remaking, as far as how well they remade it, I want to say probably a 6.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm going to give it. But it's still a thumbs up. That's not a thumbs down. That's still a thumbs up, saying I recommend people to see it, but just don't have your expectations to like it's going to be like, you know, exactly or even close to what we seen before.
I would say to please still do go, like I said before, but also it's a good memory making moment to have, to where you could be like, you know,
we saw that one, we saw this one.
Yeah,
you know?
and you got to watch the first one with your parents, and now you can take your children and possibly, God bless, and say the same. Grandma, which was probably whoever's mom, you know, her child, and then now they can go with their great grandchild or something like that. You know, 3 generations or whatever, something like that. Basically, you know, I think it's a good movie. Don't get me wrong, but it's like I said, don't go expecting what you got out of the first one, only because of this one is more done with more modern technology than the other one.
Yeah.
And it's something made like this, you know.
And that's why I said that's why I give it a thumbs up still, and I gave it 2 different ratings, because if you've never seen the original Lion King, and there are people out there who never seen the original Lion King, they'll go in like, oh, this is cool, the way the animals look so real. But then, you know, if you compared it to okay, the best thing that I read about this movie was how they saying the characters, they lack sympathy, they lack emotions, they, you know, even Beyonce, when she's talking, and some of the characters, it's just like, Simba,
just reading it.
You have to take your place, Simba. They need you, Simba. We need you, Simba. It's like there's no like they're
It could have been more, Simba, we need you.
Yeah, there's right.
It wasn't none of,
it's no personality. It lacks
like,
personality.
It's like,
but these are animals. They're supposed to be real animals. So you know what can we expect?
It was like when your mama send your little brother to get you. It depends on which sibling they send out to get you, and how they come up to you. Say, like, if that one that, okay, well, if you get in trouble, come. It wasn't that kind, but that one that really didn't want to come and don't care what you do. It was more like, Mama said get home, versus that one like, ooh, Mama said get home, you in trouble. That's how
the
how
sibling that come out of the house like they don't care if you come home or not.
Yeah,
Mama
the
said
second
come
one,
home.
yeah.
Mama said come home. Then the other one,
the first
Mama
one,
said if you don't get your butt home right now,
I see you.
It's that's kind of how it is with the old Lion King and the new Lion King.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But I believe this is a good movie, and I give it to them. But they need to think more. Sometimes when they're using all this different kind of technology that we have nowadays
to redo a kiddie movie. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, adult movie versus a kid movie, like, it would probably be more better for them to be more, to make it more look more alive or whatever. Then, like the original one, but. I said it was a good movie, and I said that if that's why I would love to go see it with both of my kids and my grandson. But if anything, I would definitely want to go see it with my oldest son. Now that only because of I remember I bought.
You remember when you took him when he was a little kid.
Yeah, and I bought at least 3. I'm be honest. I know I bought more than 2 of them. The VHS's one. I remember one though. When you had a ribbon thing and
the ribbon tear up after you done watched it so long.
I remember we called a jitney one time at Target and got one of them. I remember that stuff. I know. And
the only tape that I remember that happening to from us watching it over and over and over. Guess which one it was?
What's that?
Friday.
Oh, we tore up on Minister
Society. We told, Minister Society too. I'm telling you, when Friday came out, when I say, Friday was like epic. It was everything. Mm-hmm. And I had stayed with, it was me, and I stayed with my 2 friends at the same time. Mm-hmm. And then a lot of times my brothers would come over, our friends and family. And I swear, that tape played all day, every day, for at least 3 or 4 months. No joke. We knew the words to the whole movie in 4 days. That's how much, I'm telling you, that's how much we played that VHS tape. We wore that thing out, and then you get your pen and you're trying to roll it back and stick it back in there, and it was a mess. Yeah. It was a mess. But that Friday in Menace to Society, that was one of those tapes where we just played them to death. I was so glad when DVDs came out because I started getting my DVDs for every tape I had on VHS. I would get it in DVD. But no, that's
come pick him up.
That's my little nephew. He wants me to come pick him up. I'm like, it's late as heck, but I'm gonna go pick him up because I don't have to work in the morning, so I can sleep in, and they can play video games all night. So hey, I'm good. I'm good. Mm-hmm. But I gotta find out if my other son's gonna pick up my other son, or do I gotta pick up everybody? But anyway, so that's our thoughts. We got sidetracked for a minute. My bad. But family business, parenting never stops. A mother's job is never done. But
say it.
Yeah, did you give it a rating though? You didn't give it a rating. She gave it a thumbs up, but she didn't really give it a rating.
It's cool.
So she recommends to go see it.
I do recommend it only because it was different,
Yeah.
But it wasn't bad as that mom movie. Lord Jesus.
You know what? We didn't even get to do a review on that. That's what we need to review next time.
That's gonna be our next one.
We need to have any of y'all seen the movie Ma? Really, have y'all seen that movie? Because that movie, boy. I mean, that movie was a trip. Maybe we should do the movie Ma next time. Do a review of the movie Ma. And we still haven't. Well, I haven't even got a chance to watch. What was that other one? Intruder with Michael Ealy. I haven't even seen that one yet. I don't know. About time I did try to go see it at the movie theaters, they was like, it ain't even here anymore.
Yeah, remember?
So I was like, maybe it wasn't doing that well. I don't know.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Anywho, but anyway, that is the end of our review. So I hope everybody enjoyed the review. I hope everybody gives this movie a chance. I definitely want to know how you feel about the movie. So once you go see the movie, make sure you come back to our video and make sure you put your comments under the video, especially you, Miss Hall, because I know you're going with your daughter. So I want to know how you and your daughter feels about the movie. And again, like Sam said, you know, we probably will go do a part 2 on this movie because we really want to get your reactions and how you feel about this movie, The Lion King.
Yes.
So yeah, we'll probably in a few weeks, maybe give y'all like 2-3 weeks, so it gives people the opportunity to go out and see the movie, you know, before we review it again. So yeah. Anything else?
Nope.
Okay. All right. Well, you know how we do. In the meantime, in between time, stay safe, be blessed, and we out. Deuces.